Okay. Am I transparent? Well, I'm about to be. So, I've been working on this project and writing this week, and in the writing process, I've found a way to come to a realization. Am I even recording? Yeah, my mic's going. I've come to a realization that has helped me better understand my work. And if y'all don't know me too well, I'm a fan of this guy named Seth Godin. Seth Godin, Godin, is a writer, a blogger, tech entrepreneur, marketer, a bunch of things. And Seth's first book that I knew him for was The Purple Cow. And it was a marketing book about like kind of standing out, right? So if you see a purple cow on the road, you're going to pay attention to that purple cow. And that purple cow is going to gain some attention because that purple cow is showing up on a consistent basis. The one thing that I was thinking about when listening to his new book series is, I think this is Strategy is what it's called, is trying to drop all the pretentiousness in like doing the marketing. And I feel like this series is a part of that. But it led me to a very interesting place. And as I was doing some reflecting this morning or this afternoon, I came to this spot. So here's what I wrote in my notebook. Strategy. Dropping an album is just a tactic. So what does that mean? A tactic is a thing that helps you get to the end. It's a means to an end. You do a tactic in order to see something out. You have a strategy if you want to see something like evolve and change. You have a strategy if you want to continue to show up and make waves. You have a tactic if you want to be transactional. And for me, dropping an album is a tactic. And what is it a tactic for, right? And as I kind of unpack it and I think about it, an album is a tactic for major labels to package up a bunch of songs, promote a bunch of things, and get a big, giant payday out of listeners. And sometimes the tactic is to bundle the art, right? Take all the art that's been made recently and capitalize off of some existing momentum. The reason why I don't want to drop another album is because it's a tactic. And so I wrote that, right? I don't want to drop another album. I don't care about making something for everyone. I don't. Like the underdogs, the people that listen already, new fans. If you come along, great. If you don't, it's not going to change my life. I'm 37 years old now, and I could give two shits. I do want to document the process. So that's something I want that is related to an album. I don't want to turn this into a gimmick, right? So every album tends to be a thing, and you make it a big deal because you want people to pay attention all at once. When the reality is that, like, what I really want is for people to pay attention all the time. I don't want them to just pay attention when I make an album. I want them to pay attention right now. I want your attention right now. Specifically, the people that are the underdogs, right? Like I want the underdogs' attention, your attention. Again, no new fans currently. I want your attention right now. I want to go all in on my audience. And that's important to me because like I just said a second ago, like bringing on new fans is a labor. Bringing on new fans is a chore. Bringing on new fans is something that is tasking, and it is challenging, and it is easier said than done. And oftentimes I'm targeting people who are not necessarily looking for me in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't been recommended by a friend. They haven't been, the music hasn't been playing on a TikTok or something else, and they've just heard it and they're like wondering what this is. They're not Shazamming me. You know what I mean? This is not people that are looking for me. I'm out looking for fans when I already have them, and that's the problem. So my resolution to that is, and I'll put it up here on the screen, no more albums. That's pretty bold. And Terry was my last album because, as I write here, making songs is fun, but making an album is a chore. I just spoke about that. Making songs is consistent. It's something I can do regularly and over again. I probably drop an album every 2 years. But making songs I can do every month. I feel a lot of freedom with that. There's a lot of weight that's just dropped off my shoulder feeling like expressing that right now. So I just want you to know that. Making an album is inconsistent. Again, just the counterpoint to the previous line. I want to give the fans some leverage. And what I mean by that is, like, once I put it out, you figure out what to do with it. You make your playlist of your favorite Wordplay TJ songs, or you don't. Or you mix them in with somebody else's music. Do whatever you want. Once you have it, it's yours. Just don't slow it down and then try to repost it like some other doof did. I can tell so many more stories. So I don't have to be limited to the theme of the album. I don't have to make sure that things fit kind of perfectly and they sound exactly the same. Like, I can make a song like Motion, and I can make a song like Feel Something, which wouldn't fit on this project, and people still like know it's coming from me. So it's just more flexibility. I can do videos at any time. If I wanted to just go shoot a video, I can make some phone calls and say, hey, you know, can we shoot this? This is what I'm thinking. This is a concept. I can do that, and I can release it whenever the hell I want. Again, weight off of my shoulders. I'm an artist, right? So, and I'm still talking about why Terry was my last album. I'm an artist, right? Making albums is expensive. It's very expensive. I would say hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every cycle to make an album. And that's between like photo shoots and packaging and the time that I put in, and video shoots and edits and mixing and mastering and plugins to help me mix and master, production cost. Like, it's too much. It's way too much. And I have, as you can see behind me, an abundance of tools already. Making albums is also too slow. I'm not a slow writer. I can write songs in 15 minutes. I can write songs in 15 days, right? Like, it varies from song to song. But right now, making an album is way too slow for me. It's not because I don't want to be intentional. It's just because I'm overthinking every part of the process. So all of that time, all of those little microseconds or micro minutes of thinking through the process. Sorry, I can't hear myself. Let me take these things out. All these little micro seconds and minutes add up to hours, and then those hours add up to days. And so I was going back to a time and thinking when I made pictures and did art and drawing and painting. Those things were way more simple, and I didn't tend to do concentrations of work, right? I did concentrations of work when the business became doing the concentration of work, right? So I did a concentration of work for my high school AP portfolio. I did a concentration of work during college when I was studying fine arts. I never did a concentration of work on my own. And so I'm just like leaning into what's more simple, what's more easy to deal with than continuing to like play the same old game over and over again. I'm done playing this game. That's kind of where I am. And so Seth also talks in the book about systems, and I wanted to make a very simple system. And for those of you that know me from music advice, this same system exists in one of my it's a better single release plan or something like that, a PDF that I put up on my website or whatever. So I wanted to build a system, and the system is make a song. I want to blog about it or vlog about it, right? What I'm doing right now. And I'll put it on my blog. I want to film it and post it on YouTube, part of what I'm doing right now. I want to share that on social. So I'll cut this up into something that will do okay. I'll try to use some AI tools to help me do that, but I don't know if it's going to function well, so I'll try it. I want to organize those files at some point, right? So I want to put them into a series or a playlist or something like that. So, current series, am I? And go from there. I want to promote each song on Pandora. Pandora Amp is a good tool for artists to get their music heard. Runs a campaign for 8 weeks, and you can share it out to multiple people. I want to pitch every song to playlisters, right? So I just want to build a system around releasing these things, and systems paired with strategies, or a system within a, how am I trying to say this? If you have a strategy, you create a system around that strategy, you're less likely to rely on luck. That's what I'm getting at. I want to send this stuff to my email list. I get a pretty decent click-through rate for folks that subscribe to my email list, so please do that. You can do that at wordplaytj.com. That's wordplaytjay.com. I want to only pay my overhead, right? I said albums are expensive. And when it's time for an album to come out, which is why they only come out every 2-3 years, it's because they're so expensive and you have to save up for that. So I want to only pay my overhead. I want to pay for, Pro Tools, for the other subscriptions that I have in order to create stuff, and then nothing more, nothing less. Pun intended. And then the last piece is make it so good that they do the marketing for me. That's the one thing that I took away from Seth's conversations and Seth's book that had my ears ringing, right? Good marketing is marketing that is frictionless. You do not have to do the work yourself to get something heard or seen, right? He said this in one of his most recent interviews. He said, I want to make a blog post, because his main thing is blog posts. I'm going to make a blog post so good that other people make social media posts for me. They take that blog post and then they put it up on Instagram. They put it up on YouTube. They put it up on TikTok or Facebook, if you're still on it. But that's what I want. I don't want to have to do all of this marketing work. I want to be creative, so creative, make something so good, stand out so well, that it's like somebody going to a restaurant and taking a picture of their meal. That's what I want. That chef did not ask you to do that. That restaurant owner did not ask you to do that. That server did not ask you to do that. And that's what I want. And so thank you for letting me be transparent. And till next time. And next time you'll hear a song. That's what I'm saying. Peace. And when I wake up, take me home now. Every day I'm staring at the phone now. Yeah. Okay. 3 months gone, hanging no messages. And only adults know what the method is.